On this Mother's Day, once again, happy Mother's Day, I think about the intimacy of God and the intimacy that we have with God in our lives. There's a great passage from the Hebrew Scriptures that God says, "See how much I love you. I have formed you in the very womb of your mother." The intimacy of God with his people, that interconnectedness. See how much I loved you. I have formed you in your mother's womb. The gospel today gives another image of God's intimacy with us. Christ's intimacy with us. The good shepherd, and we, his flock. So a year after I was ordained a priest, the year was 1983, the Vatican sent a portion of their art exhibit to Chicago. And it was housed here, and people from really all over the United States came to the museum to see some of these beautiful art objects from the Vatican Art Museum. And I was fortunate to go and to see the exhibition at the Art Institute. And my favorite of all the pieces that I saw was a 4th century statue of Jesus. They say it's one of the oldest statues that we have of Jesus in marble. It was Jesus, the Good Shepherd. It was a young teenager Jesus, no beard. And over his shoulders, he was carrying a lamb. And if you looked at it real carefully and looked at his hands were disproportionate in size to the rest of his body. I am sure the sculptor was calling to mind this scripture passage that we just heard. No one will snatch them from my hands. No one will take them out of my hands. Jesus, the young good shepherd, was holding tight to the legs of the lamb around his neck. These enormous hands, disproportionate, as I said, to emphasize that no one is going to separate us from the love of God. Nothing can separate us from the love of Christ. He clings to us, he holds us, he embraces us, and he loves us. This gospel is one of the great gospels of consolation that we find during the Easter season. The intimacy, the love that Christ has for us, his sheep. Christ has for us, his children. Nothing, no one can separate us from the love of God. Nothing can snatch us out of his arms.